Let's get right into this. Listen, y'all, I've been looking for a way to find a way to express this to you guys because, like I told you guys before, my haters and your haters, hidden haters, they like to study you. And they know you're a good archetype to study because if they can find a way to counter whatever you're saying, because everything that you're saying and everything that you do is so dope and everybody can relate to it, then they feel like they really accomplished something. So here on the new goofball, way of making moves, these people, they if they can't beat you, then they'll, counterpunch. And like I've told you before, people will agree or be the people that are, secretly competing with you or have a problem with you. And, then when you know what I'm saying, say whatever you have to say, because, you're the kind of person that say what you have to say. Like, if you notice things or whatever, you make notice, you know what I'm saying, of the things that you notice, that whoever's around, letting it be known. That's one way to kill that demon. Well, the demon got a new way of trying to get around it. They counterpunch with, don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Just stick to your mission. And I'm bringing this up because I got a friend that, well, I thought she was a friend, but I don't think she really is. And this also was part of the reason why I leave those goofy cornball readers, right? What they do, if they can't just say that you're going to be unsuccessful and they see you're manifesting regardless, then they'll start saying things along the lines of, oh, well, don't care what others think, this woman, what I'm saying, this so-called friend, and I was just talking to her and she had just seen one of my videos and she's like, I just wanted to tell you, I really think that you should, maybe not worry so much what everyone else thinks. And I'm just sitting there listening to this. I let her get everything out, and I'm just listening to her. And I'm like, what did I say to this person to make her feel like I needed a mammy? And I'm like, oh, nothing. That's right. She's a woman. That's what they do. Okay, I thought she was a lady, but she's not. So I'm just like letting her get everything out. And then, she's like, oh, I'm just saying this. And and this is what she does automatically. I know how you are, and I'm not trying to get your wrath. And I'm like, there's no wrath to be gotten, but you still said what you had to say. Am I allowed to say what I have to say, or do I have to, critique whatever I have to say to, accommodate your feelings while you just say whatever you feel like you've been needing to get off your chest? Oh, okay, go ahead. And I'm just like, okay, the reason why I was ready for her, because I had cut off those readers weeks ago for doing the same thing. And I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to articulate this so the message can be brought across properly. So when she did this, it's like, okay, right there on the spot, it came to me directly. It's like, listen, let me tell you something. You goofballs that like to watch someone too much and project how you feel, right? Whatever you feel, wherever you think that you feel about, these people think that they know how you should move better than you know. They think that they can tell you. This is the reason why I tell you don't listen to nobody. And this is why they can't stand me. Because people want to be able to feel important in your life. So they want to be able to give you recommendations and tell you how to move. And when you say, I don't listen to nobody but God, then they try to find different, ways to try to get under your skin. So if they can't do that, what do you normally do? You're a messenger of God, you call people out. So what do? They start talking about, why do you call people out so much? For one, you know that they're bothered by you because they're one of the goofballs that be saying stuff that don't need to be said. So eventually their head might be on the chopping block. That's one reason. Two, it's just like they're always looking for another way to get under your skin. This is what these people do, right? And again, we all know that we don't really care what they think. This is what they got to understand, right? There's a difference between caring about what others think and expressing yourself. I'm going to say it again. There's a difference between caring what others think and expressing yourself or expressing how you feel. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You guys just got done in. So all this counterpunching you're doing, man, when I start this campaign and this message starts spreading around, now you're going to have to look for something else to say, right? This is the dumbest thing of the recent crap that I've heard from haters. So when I cooked her ass up on this, right, and I said that, she goes, what? What do you didn't see it coming? Didn't even think like that. See, this is what you got to do. This is why you can't tell these people how you're going to move or what you're going to let them think that they're winning something. Because again, when someone decides to go out of their way to tell you, stop worrying what others think, and okay, let's apply logic to what these cornballs are saying when they say this. And this is what I said to her, but I didn't call her cornball. I said, by your own logic, right? You're saying that I should not worry or care what others think, right? Like, keep it trucking and do what my mission is, right? So by your own logic, I shouldn't worry or listen to a word out of your mouth. I should just continue doing what I'm doing, which I believe is what God wants me to do. So why would I listen to you? By your own logic, I shouldn't listen to a word out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to listen. These goofy readers do stuff like this, man. They try to counterpunch, and then they try to get out of accountability. And, you know, because, you know, any regular person, you know that accountability falls on their shoulders or whatever they say. But readers and people in the spiritual community like to say, oh, divine's telling me I'm just a messenger. No, 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 no. Words came out of your mouth. Whoever you consider to be divine, you decided to open up your mouth and say those words. And last I checked, every adult person, especially with equal rights, being equal rights now, are held accountable for the words that come out of their mouth. See, I say things like this, it pisses off those readers so much, they just keep coming up with stuff. That's why I cut them off about a month ago. If you look at it, about a month ago, all of a sudden I'm getting a whole lot of new type of growth, right? Because I cut these goofies off, man. They're not in my energy like that. I don't even know what they're saying about me right now because I cut them off like I cut my ex off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, once you fuck up and I give you my ear, you know what I'm saying? And then you start whispering a bunch of nonsense to try to, you know, have me question myself, I cut you off. Every single last one of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you in my ear trying to taint me with some stupid stuff. Like, why would I listen to some single mother, some single woman or whatever? Because a woman that's with somebody wouldn't be talking like that. They know that men move with logic. You know, moving with logic is watching how people interact with you and watch what people say to you so you can know who is your enemy. You can identify them. And then if you make mention of it, that doesn't mean that you care. It means that you are expressing how you feel about the way that people are moving around you. That has nothing to do about caring. Last time I checked, caring about something means that you lose sleep over it. It means that you know, think about it night and day. It means like you care about your child. You care about, you know, certain things and dreams and goals. You don't care about these idiots. You don't care what these idiots say. Y'all got to work harder. Now I want to see you goofballs work overtime. I won't see you unless you're a TikToker. I'm noticing these readers are popping up my TikTok feed. You know what I mean? I've never seen, listen, man, I've seen some of these people pop up on YouTube feed, my main channel. All of a sudden, people from my main channel on YouTube are popping up on my TikTok feed, right? Now that I'm getting bigger. These same readers that were from my YouTube channel, my other one, I kept seeing it popped up. So these haters are watching me on multiple platforms, man. You know what I'm saying? Looking for different ways to try to find a new way to seem important and be able to give you advice. Let me tell you something. Anyone sitting out there watching you do whatever you're doing and have a critique or have criticism, all these different things, constructive criticism is not constructive criticism if it comes from a stranger or someone that you don't approve of or ask for their criticism. It's called hate. That's what it's called. Advice from someone that you didn't ask for advice from is called hate, okay? If it's not going along the, they don't want me to get this out. You know what I mean? If it's not going along the lines of whatever it is that you have going on and it's some opposing devil's advocate type of argument, that is hate. You don't need, listen, man, if they think that you don't know how to think in your head, you know, on all different levels and different ways about ways to go about getting things done, then they're calling you an idiot anyway. So to bring up something like, oh, well, you know, I don't need to hear what you, listen, by your own logic, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So if you watch my channel, old girl, then you know what I'm talking about. And any of you cornball readers that watch, y'all already know. By your own logic, when you tell people stuff like, you got to stop worrying about what other people think. You got to stop this. Shut up. You don't even know what anybody's thinking about. You're going off of content that's being posted. You have no idea about nothing. And then you're making assumptions, showing how ignorant you are and how you're not really tapped into anything. You have no real woman's intuition. You're making assumptions and guesses based off of, you know, your life experiences and you projecting onto me and wanting me to perform and move the way that you think I should move, which might not be the way that God wants me to move. How do you idiots not know that maybe God wants me to call out losers like y'all who, you know what I'm saying, do goofy things for no good reason? And it might not be a big thing to you, but maybe others that move like me, maybe they want to feel like, you know what, I'm not the only one that noticed that. They are doing, this guy right here noticed it. Yeah, you're not the only one. You know what I mean? So you can't, like I said, listen to God only. And I'm a reader too, so I got a reader channel. I'm not gonna tell you don't go to readers, but take it with a grain of salt. And if they're telling you what you need to do, and part of that is you need to not do this, you need not worry about that, I need not do anything of the sort. If you got a friend, so-called friend, whatever, got your phone number and does that, you need to let them know. You don't need to, you should let them know. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I don't appreciate your advice, but let me tell you something. You're putting too much time and thought into somebody that you have no relationship with outside of the internet. And even then, the person don't even really, you know what I'm saying, the internet, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, really, because she really don't know me outside the internet, outside the internet. And before getting to know me outside the internet, you're already making assumptions and projecting, and you're no friend of mine, okay? You can kick rocks like those readers I got rid of that project and say, these goofies be looking like whole, you know what I'm saying, female femcells and incels. And I just, that's why I just cut them off. I'm like, I did an overall analysis on, you know, all the readers I came across and watched, and looked at the stats. I'm like, well, most of these people are projecting or trying to trigger. So it's like, I just cut them off. There's not enough of them doing the right thing for me to continue to watch them. Just cut them off. Cut them off, and my life just got better. You know what I mean? So again, like, some of these people are fans of yours. You got to be careful about that too. You can't listen to a fan. You know how fans get, man. You have celebrities show that fans that claim that they love you are trying to take you out the game. We're trying to take you out the game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, physically and mentally. So, you know, fans are very dangerous. That's why I say your haters are your biggest fans. Fans are bad people. You know, when you have supporters and soul tribe and family, that's different. But fans, man, all those readers were fans of mine. I had to cut them off. This lady right here, you know, I thought she was pretty decent, but listen, you guys, gentlemen, once a woman starts talking too much, man, and you ain't in a relationship with her, or you're not doing anything intimate with her, and you ain't even sample the goods, and just let it go. Like, I mean, you know, she already knows not to contact me again, but you can do it a little bit more smooth than I did. You ain't got to tell her about herself, and you can just, you know, disappear. She'll get the picture. You know, I've done that a couple times too, where, you know, women start talking too much and telling me what they think and all this different stuff. And it's like, well, I don't care what you think. Well, what are you talking about? Like, you want to know the reason why I do that to people? Because there's not a single person outside of my son, and even then I tell him to relax about stuff, that I look at their life and come up with a recommendation for. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, Fendi? What's going on? I appreciate you. There's no one out there, you know, so I don't never watch anyone or a content creator, or I don't talk to my, these females I'm trying to get to know. I don't judge their life. I don't judge anybody. So I know that's someone judging me. When someone, you know, when someone has an opinion of you and they're telling you anything, I don't care if it's, you gotta let her go, or I don't care if it's, you know, my friend Moon, he never, ever makes any recommendation to me unless I ask for it. He knows how I am. He knows I'm a grown man, and he knows that grown men don't want to hear you telling them what they should do without them asking you. Because how would men build societies and, you know, all these different, you know what I mean, cultures and whatnot from scratch if they were just getting told what to do by a whole bunch of random people that don't really know them, just looking from the outside, trying to, you know, what they call, listen, a lot of people don't have intuition, man. They call it intuition, but it's really just their disgusting or horrible life and the bad habits and life choices that they've made, and then what they perceive to be what's going on, you know, with you based off of that, you know, and they're trying to figure it out, which is really ignorance, right? Because it's not intuitive to base something without enough information, you know what I'm saying, to give yourself, you know what I mean, a good intuitive type of feel. You can't just look at someone, nah, you're a fool. You're a fool. And again, so like when I seen those readers doing that, I cut them all off. And now I got this female friend, and I thought she was pretty cool at first, but then she started kind of disappearing, you know, in and out, you know how that goes. And I guess she found somebody else that she was interested in, and I guess she felt like, oh, I'm just going to tell him about himself, and I don't want to deal with him anymore anyway. I don't want to, because it seemed like she had a problem with the vetting process I have. Like, she don't want to wait the 3 months and stuff. Like, they were trying to get intimate with me, man, like as soon as possible. And as soon as they don't get what they want, they start telling me what they really feel just to get some type of reaction out of me, right? So that's why I keep telling you guys, when you know, before I go, you have someone in your energy and they're telling you stuff like, because it's all different kind of ways to manipulate the energy and play with words. You got to stop letting people get to you. You got to stop caring about people's opinions. You got to stop people pleasing. These are all different low IQ manipulative tactics to try to get in your head. You, immediately when someone's telling you this stuff, think to yourself, did I ask for this? Did I ask this person for whatever they're giving me? You're going to probably, tell yourself no. So the next thing you ask yourself is, when did this fool come up with all this time to come up with this whole hypothesis of what they believe I have going on and what they think I should do? So that means that they're thinking about you outside of the conversations that you're having with them directly. Now, if this is some goofball content creator, that's all they're doing anyway. But it's like, okay, so why as a friend, or why are you not just asking me questions? Why are we not talking more for you to make this assumption? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, you look at it and you're like, well, I can make the same assumption about you, or I could say that you're some type of way, toxic, because you're projecting onto me and you don't really know me well enough to know anything like that, to say anything like that. And to think that, like, to me, to say ignorant things like that, when women do that, knowing that there's a thing called women's intuition, and you know that you're going to go against that by just making an assumption, without having, she couldn't even defend herself well enough. So it wasn't even a well-rounded assumption. It was an idiot that had a moment where she knows. See, what happens is they're watching you do whatever you do, and watching you do whatever you do bothers them because they're not able to manipulate. A lot of people want to always have some type of place in your life and be able to at least give you advice or throw shade every now and again and call it advice. And when you move like me and you don't take it from nobody, it bothers them on every kind of level, right? So they got to try to find some type of way to get under your skin, but you're pretty much bulletproof. So the only thing that they can do is try to counterpunch on some goofy low IQ stuff. You got to stop worrying about what others think. You know what? That sounds like a good idea, which is what I was already doing. But by your own logic, I shouldn't listen to you. You're one of the others that you're telling me not to listen or care what they think. So how does this make any sense? You're telling me what I shouldn't do while doing the exact thing that you're telling me, that I shouldn't pay attention to. So everybody but you, right? You're a special one. I should listen to you that I don't really know, because you've been watching me a lot and you think you know me, right? No, you're an ignorant fool. And you're showing yourself, just like those readers did. They were ignorant or logic or, giving things a fair assessment like I do. No, they want to hurry to judge you. And then they fill in the blanks with it, as they, run with it. You know what I mean? They're figuring it out as they go. I can't stand them. And then as they go, they look up and try to find, and that's why it has no base to it. That's why when I called her out on it, she had nothing to say. That's why if these readers, man, would ever DM me or something, they never would have. But if they would have ever hit me up directly, I would have straight up told them about themselves and they would have regretted life. But they don't want to do that. And that's the luxury and the beauty of the internet, right? They get to make their own assumptions and then run off at the mouth and say whatever, and they don't have to worry about getting checked. The ultimate coward's place and playground. You know what I mean? So, I want to get off of here. I don't want to be on here too long. But I wanted to tell you guys, when you have a friend, family member, co-worker, probably mainly co-worker, telling you not to worry about what someone else thinks, by their own logic, don't listen to them. By their own logic, you shouldn't listen to a word out of their mouth. By their own logic. By the words that come up that they just said, you shouldn't listen or care about what anyone's opinion is. Then I don't care about yours, which I didn't care about it to begin with. Don't know why you told me it. Didn't care what anybody else thought about whatever I'm saying or whatever you say. So why are you telling me, oh, you're a hater? That's what it is. And some of them don't even realize they're haters. They really feel like they're doing something and helping you out. What makes those idiots think that they know based off of the little they know about you, what your life path is or what your destiny is? How do they not know that your destiny could be calling out fools like them or anyone else that you call out? Maybe that's how you're going to make your way to the top. How do they not know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they think that they know how you're going to end up becoming big. Oh, stick to your path. Dummy, whatever I'm doing is my path. Whatever I'm doing, see, this is why you can't listen to them. This is why I never listen to anyone, because by their own logic, they're just talking rambling, stupid shit. Just try to get under someone's skin. That's all that they do. You'll even have them say stuff like that. Don't let them get under your skin. Don't listen to them. Well, by your own logic, I shouldn't listen to you as well. And I never said that they got under my skin. You said that. You feel that way based off of my actions, but that's not how everybody else feels. You don't represent everybody else. So you make no sense. So I'm gonna need for y'all to do better. You're raggedy. You're not that bright. You need to stop fooling around with someone that you do not compare with. You need to stop, because you're obsessing. You're allowing me to live rent-free in your head, and I don't want any real estate there. You know what I'm saying? I've never surveyed the property. I don't like the way it looks. So stop giving me that free, you know what I'm saying, land in your mind. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay? So let's please stop with this new countermeasure. And I know you're gonna try to come up with some new stupid shit, right? On to the next, right? But let's let it go with that. Let's let it go with that one. You know, I'm giving the tools right now for everybody to countermeasure that type of, you know, counterpunch from your hidden enemies. Don't let anyone get to you. Don't let them in your energy. Shut up. By your own logic, I shouldn't allow you in my energy to allow whatever you're saying to penetrate my psyche. So, you know, thank you for reiterating what I already know. I already tell you I don't listen to anyone. You can obviously tell how I move. I don't listen to anyone. So you just reiterated why I shouldn't listen to anyone. Thank you. Thank you. So are we done here with this? Or are we going to still have more idiots that want to feel like it's okay to tell people that they shouldn't let this or that get to them? The fact that you feel like you have to give your opinion and advice and recommendations without being asked means that whatever I'm doing or whatever my collective is doing is getting to you. So why don't you take your own advice? Take your own advice. Stop being a hypocrite and take your own advice. That's why I don't listen to people. They always have something to say because they really want to hate, and they're trying to find a clever way to hate without coming off like a hater. But you still come off like a hater. You're still identified in my mind as a hater from now on. So you might as well just say whatever you had to say directly, like a hater does. You should not be trying to hate tactfully and slick and manipulative. You're a hater. You should have nothing to say about what I'm doing. I'm not causing any harm to myself or others. You don't know what I meant to do or how I meant to blow up. So nothing you say makes any sense. Nothing you say you don't know my trajectory. You don't know where I'm headed. You don't know how I'm gonna get there. Nothing you say makes any sense. And I'm gonna land my plane on that. You guys remember, hit the like button, share the live, and subscribe. And remember, it ain't gotta be just those shaming tactics that I just mentioned and gaslighting procedures that your hidden haters are doing, right? Anyone is telling you, don't let them get to you, don't let them in your energy, you gotta stop worrying about what others think. What's the other dumb thing that they say? You gotta stop worrying about what others think. I can't remember it right now, but it's all along those silly low vibrational lines. So if you listen to that person, then you're literally doing exactly the opposite of what they're telling you to do, which what they're telling you to do is good advice in the sense of they should just say don't listen to no one. I don't need for you to project onto me why you think I shouldn't listen, or pay attention to others. You're projecting, and I don't care if an idiot thinks that they just say, oh, well, I'm not you can say you're not projecting all you want, but the fact that you said that you are not trying to project, you are projecting, okay? All right? What women need to do is stop having emotional moments, running to the internet or running to their phone to get to their app, and hurrying up and saying some stuff without thinking it through. You'll end up in a situation like my female ex-friend just did, right? Where now she's blocked and she's not gonna get any closure. And I got to call her out and she had no words to say, because she knows that she sounds like a hater by running her mouth and saying those things that was not asked for, wasn't called for, and wasn't needed. So ladies, not ladies, females, women, know right now that any man with any common sense is not listening to a word out of your mouth. And by your own logic, while you're trying to do countermeasures, watching men like me, remember I told y'all, they watch men like me and try to come up with a way to countermeasure everything I say. They're not trying to listen and learn. They're trying to come up with countermeasures. And they wonder why they're in the predicament that they are, because they don't want to be wrong. They have to be right all the time. And when there's a guy like me putting out good information, oh, he's putting out good stuff, I can't really say nothing. Well, what if I just say he's worrying about what others think too much? That's dumb. Because worrying and caring, you're implying that I'm losing sleep, I'm doing, things outside of on the internet, talk about it, and I'll get off of here and go eat a sandwich, or during the day, I'll get off of here and go play soccer with my son. And you don't know nothing like that because I don't post my business, which is another reason why they say things. They want to get you to kind of like post things up more or tell more of your business, by making these assumptions, so they can have more of your information to make a even more informed, dumbass, low vibrational, low IQ assumption and call it intuition. And it's not. It's a fool. It's a fool. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's a fool. Okay? So know that, and again, listen to no one. If you want to entertain it, and let them run their mouth just so you can cook them, go ahead, right? But know that they've rehearsed whatever they're saying to you, and they know that you have words. They just didn't know that you're going to take it in that direction, right? She didn't know that I had readers that were doing this before. So it's already crossed my mind. And I already had something to say to those readers if one of them ever called my name out in the video or DM me directly. None of them ever did, so I never got to say it. But she said it. So she gave me the opportunity to go ahead and say everything I wanted to say to those readers. And I got online. I was like, it's a good idea. Let's not waste that energy. Let me go ahead and put what I said to her and then some online so that those goofy people know why I stopped watching them, know that nothing that they say to me makes any sense, and know that I don't care. No one with any sense would listen to people that watch them, study them, and learn from them. If you're learning from me, why in the world would I look at you to be somebody that I would learn from? That's dumb. That's dumb. So, continue to learn from me, old girl who probably watches my content on all platforms. Continue to learn from me. Don't try to message me back. I don't want no DM. I don't want no phone call or text. Definitely do not randomly call me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't randomly call. You got the text message. What I'm saying? It said read. So, and you got the DM. You got both. So, no, you know how I feel. There ain't no need to further, go any further with it. It's already done. Move on. You know what I'm saying? I don't get y'all. And I told y'all, whenever y'all mess up and talk too much, I'm going to call you out on it. I'm going to call you out on it. Why am I going to let that slide? Why are you studying me, lady? What are you worrying about? Lady, you're single. You have a child. And you're in your mid-30s. Don't you have more things don't you have more concerns other than me? Don't you have things that you probably should be prioritizing than studying and trying to figure out what you think that, you need to recommend to me to make it seem like you're not hating or whatever? Don't you have better things to do? I guess not. Well, listen, let me tell you. You better find something to do now because you can't talk to me no more. You know what I mean? I know you watch me on YouTube. Yeah, you told me, that you watch both my TikToks. You can't watch me on my YouTube. You probably watch me on any platform I post on. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Join that group of readers and the X and everybody else that I block and cut off. You know what I'm saying? Not group of readers, all readers. Join them. You know what I mean? Get cut off when you start talking stupid and you start doing too much. Right? Because I don't know what your intentions are. You could be trying to get in my psyche, or you could just be an ignorant person that don't know any better and don't know that you shouldn't be making recommendations to people, you know what I'm saying, that you don't really know that well or know their personality. You might not have been raised right. You know what I'm saying? But again, I ain't got time to figure that out. I have too many options. I ain't got time to be trying to figure out why you don't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I built archetypes from those readers. So once one of them once a woman falls into one of those archetypes from those readers I built, oh, you're gone. You sound like that fool that I was watching, da 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 da. Nah, I already know where this is going. I already know how you think, because those readers talk too much. You get to know exactly how they think and all up in their psyche. All up in their psyche. So when a woman starts talking like one of them, I'm like, oh, I know how you think. Oh yeah, you one of those weirdo chicks that watch dudes too much. Study them too much and too long. And then by the time you reach out to them, you've already built some type of archetype profile. And whenever that guy doesn't move accordingly, then you start building up this weird anger or animosity, or like we're in a relationship and then can't take it no more, erupt with emotion after watching one of my videos and just start DMing me about recommending what I say. What the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So again, you know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoy being cut off. I hope you learned your lesson. Maybe stop talking so much and listen more. You know, it's a discipline for a man to keep his hands in his pockets, you know, and not use his fists to articulate how he feels. And it's a discipline for a woman to not run her mouth and say a bunch of babbling nonsense, you know, to make herself feel better in the moment. That's a discipline, okay? Anyway, y'all, be back on here later. I'm gonna jump on TikTok. I'm gonna say the same thing. And then I'm gonna take that video and put it up on my other YouTube channel. So I wanna make sure all my stalkers, to include this chick, gets to see the message that the word is out. All this, don't care about what people think. Don't worry about what people project onto you. They're getting into your energy. They're gonna lower your vibration. Understand that all that nonsense is now null and void, because by your own logic, I shouldn't listen to a word out of your raggedy ass mouth. So you're telling me not to listen to people and their opinions. I agree, to include you. You know, have a great day and good night on that, okay? Now work on something new. I'm sure one of you idiots will work your way to me, and I'll be able to find a way within hours to pretty much, you know what I mean, kill all of that campaign. Man, y'all are so lame and low and just ain't got no sense. But I love doing this. This is my job, baby. But assume whatever you want. I don't get on here and correct you. I will never post up most of my information. You'll never be knowing what I do throughout the day or whatever. You'll get whatever I give you and nothing more. Remember, you guys, hit the like button, share the live, and subscribe. Love y'all. Have a great day. Have a great, happy hump day.